Let me tell you something. The first violation notice arrived exactly 3 days after we moved in. It wasn't for a wild party or an old car rusting in the yard. Nope. It was for the grass. Specifically, 3 blades that Carol, the HOA president, had measured with a stainless steel ruler and found to be exactly 1/4 of an inch taller than the neighborhood S legal limit. 3 blades. Not a patch, not a jungle. 3 stalks that dared to dream big. Welcome to Cypress Creek Estates. Jessica and I thought we'd found paradise. We emptied our savings into that house. Manicured lawns, glossy mailboxes, white picket fences. It looked like something out of a Hallmark movie. Turns out it was less family comedy and more boot camp. And the drill sergeant? A 50-something woman named Carol who drove a golf cart with the grim determination of a tank commander. She introduced herself the day we moved in. One hand offered a welcome basket of cookies, the other shoved a 3-ring binder into my chest. "The covenants, conditions, and restrictions," she said, crisp as a starched collar. "Read thoroughly. Ignorance of the rules is no excuse." We laughed about it that night. 200 pages of rules? Who even has time? Rules about the acceptable hue of your garden hose, earth tones only, the lumens of your porch light, even which geranium varieties were community approved. Then came the grass violation. $25. I rolled my eyes, paid it, and mowed. The next week, bam, another letter. $50 for improper disposal of lawn clippings. My crime? Leaving the bag by the curb 12 hours before pickup, a violation of Article 17, Section B, Paragraph 4. That's when it hit me. Carol was watching me, and it spiraled. A warning for my son, tricycle being visible from the street for more than the allotted 2-hour recreational equipment window. A fine for my American flag being minorly frayed, bordering on unpatriotic. The kicker? A written notice that our Halloween pumpkin was non-compliant with seasonal decor guidelines because I carved Batman instead of something festively appropriate. I tried reasoning with her, caught her on a morning patrol, clipboard in hand, golf cart idling like a tank. "Carol," I said, "don't you think this is getting out of hand?" She peered down her nose, voice like ice. "Michael," she said, didn't even get my name right. "The rules are the thin green line that separates civilization from chaos. You can either be on the right side of that line or face the consequences." The breaking point came in August. We visited my parents for the weekend. While we were gone, a summer storm knocked a twig, one single twig, off our oak tree. We came home to a bright orange notice taped to the door, $500, failure to maintain a debris-free yard, and scrawled in her own handwriting, "Further infractions may result in lien placement." A lien. On my house, over a twig. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat at the kitchen table with that binder and a pot of coffee. Jessica came downstairs at 3 a.m. to find me hunched over, muttering code numbers like scripture, sticky notes fanned out like a battle map. And as dawn broke, I smiled. If Carol wanted to play by the rules, then by God, we'd play by all the rules. The next week, I became a phantom. Up before sunrise, camera in hand, documenting every inch of Carol's property. And oh, did I find treasures. Her azaleas, planted 3 inches too close to the sidewalk. Violation. The brass numbers on her mailbox? Half an inch taller than the max in a 1998 addendum. Violation. And the crown jewel, her charming stone bird bath. Granite. The bylaws explicitly required all lawn ornaments be made of poured concrete or approved resin composites. Major violation. I filed every complaint in triplicate, complete with photos and timestamps. Walked into the management office with a stack of paperwork so thick the receptionist actually groaned. The fallout? Glorious. Carol got 3 violations in her own mailbox the next morning. I watched from behind my blinds as she read them, her face twisting through the 5 stages of grief in 60 seconds. She fought it, of course. But at the next HOA meeting, I came prepared. Calm, professional, citing bylaws like a Supreme Court lawyer, and I wasn't alone. Word had spread. Turns out, Carol had enemies stacked higher than her golf cart. By the time the board adjourned, she was cornered. The queen of the cul-de-sac had been dethroned. She resigned on the spot, effective immediately. The following weekend, I sipped a cold beer while watching Carol, sweat on her brow, digging up that very illegal granite bird bath. Her golf cart, now parked in her driveway, gathering dust. We didn't kill the HOA, but the new board is reasonable. They care more about the pool than the Pantone shade of your doormat. And sometimes, late at night, I think back to that twig, to those 3 blades of grass. And I remind myself, a man's home is his castle. But sometimes you have to go to war to defend it, even if the deadliest weapon is the rulebook itself.